It's really great to have Lisa Schoemaker in from Eurosonic to talk to us. This is one of the EDI Presents series that the EDI committee has put together. So Lisa is coming to us from Eurosonic. She's particularly involved in the kind of outreach of Eurosonic, and she's also part of the booking team. So I think I'll just hand it straight over to you, Lisa, and you can crack on.
Thank you very much. Hi, welcome everyone, and nice meeting you all. And thanks Midnight Mango, of course, for having me. My name is Lisa. I live in the Netherlands, in the south of the Netherlands, together with my partner and two very cute cats. And today we're going to be talking about the music sector and how I got where I am now with ESNS. Please, if you have any questions that cannot wait until the end, you can raise your hand and I will get to you. Or if you just want to share something, that's possible, of course, as well. So I will start with maybe start with my education. So I studied media and entertainment management in Haarlem, which is near Amsterdam. And it was a very broad education. So there were a lot of people there studying to be working in television and games, events as well, but not particularly music. So, and it was a bit, a lot was done on paper, so it was planning, but I wanted to do more. So I started my own small company during my studies. So I did management, tour management and bookings for artists, mostly from my own network, just starting artists or people who were still studying music. And it was really great to get to know the sector more and to be involved in gigs and have meetings about ridiculous sync deals, preventing artists from doing stupid stuff. I still do that sometimes today, but it was a really great learning opportunity for me. So through that, I got to work with an orchestra called the Kiteman Orchestra in the Netherlands, which was a big group, about 30 musicians. And they were one of the biggest acts, I think, in the late 2000s, 2009, 10, yeah. So I started doing tour management for them. In the Netherlands, also in Germany, we toured in Italy, Russia. So there I got to learn more about more of the professional side of things, how it should go. And the Kiteman Orchestra had this like almost free state in Utrecht, which is in the middle of the Netherlands, where they had this big industrial building. And they made music there, they rehearsed, they did projects with other musicians, collaborations, for instance, with Snarky Puppy. There were studios there, houses, so some of them lived there as well. And they worked together with an organization that did some talent development program. So this organization hosted talks for more younger musicians, artists, or people studying to be music industry professional. And I started working with them through the orchestra and began making program. These were mostly talks, just really practical, like how do you get your music on Spotify, or what is a publisher? And after a while, I started thinking, we can teach these things to the young musicians, but to really change something and really get to the bottom of some problems or relevant topics, we have to look at the sector as a broader picture. So I started not only talking to the students of the conservatory, is it called conservatory actually? The music education, yeah, thanks. But also to the directors to see what they think could be improved in music education. And I had a panel talk with them. started reaching out to the biggest funding organizations in the Netherlands to see where they thought things could be improved, reaching out to bookers. So I started more programming panels and talks about the sector to improve the music industry. And this resulted in a music conference called No Man's Land in Utrecht. And we grew from just being 20 people in a quite dirty old shed to a full day program in Tivoli Vredenburg, which is the biggest venue in the Netherlands, or one of the biggest, I'd say, with multiple rooms, just full day. I think we sold out at 800 tickets or something. So now the music industry professionals also had an incentive to be there, which was great for the students, of course, to network with them. So I was head of program there, did that for a couple of years. So I programmed all the panel sessions, speed meetings, workshops. And then I started thinking, I am talking about and with all these music industry professionals, but I didn't really feel part of it. I didn't feel like I was a music industry professional myself, because I was just like hosting or providing a platform. So I got the opportunity to work with Double V Concerts, which is a promoter in the Netherlands. We promoted international acts in the Netherlands and also Dutch acts in the Netherlands. And some of them were, let me think, it's a while back. We did Big Thief, for instance, Curtis Harding, Aldous Harding, Kraftwerk, Kraftklub, quite some big names, but also smaller acts, of course, and Dutch acts. So I started out as being an assistant, so filing a lot of emails, doing some advancing, and it grew to me having a couple of acts on my own roster, making castings, planning tours, etc. So there I had quite a few contacts with agents as well, of course. So we worked together a lot with Lucy Dickens, ITB, UTA, all the big names actually, CIA, CAA. And during this process, I thought, maybe this isn't really for me. I thought the booking business was quite harsh, actually. It's really business minded, and coming from more of a cultural background and working with artists, I came to the conclusion it's just not really for me. And I also started thinking about, why do I do what I do? And came to the conclusion that I wanted to make the music sector a bit better, healthier, more sustainable, more inclusive. So that's kind of my motivation for my whole career, basically, I think. Which brings me to ESNS, actually, because there was a vacancy and I applied, and yay, got the job. So now I am, I think for 3 or 4 years now, I've been a conference programmer with ESNS. So I'm not sure if you're all familiar with ESNS or Eurosonic Noorderslag. It's a showcase festival and music conference in the Netherlands, in the north of the Netherlands, in Groningen. It's 4 days. So we start off at the Wednesday with Eurosonic, which is the International Showcase Festival. And that means that acts are playing all over the city of Groningen in different venues. Then on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the conference takes place during the day in the Oosterpoort, which is the biggest venue in Groningen. And on Saturday, I'm sorry. On Saturday, it's mostly more focused on Dutch topics, the conference, and also in the evening we have Noorderslag, the festival for Dutch showcase talent. So we also have, that's the basic ESNS, but we also have a lot of other projects and a lot of stuff happening during those 4 days. Award shows, we have the Music Move Europe award ceremony, the European Festival Awards. There's a lot of drinks receptions from different organizations, export offices, bookers, promoters. It's one big networking hub as well for music industry professionals. And that's also one of our goals, to help new talent, to present new and upcoming talent, but to also help them a step further in their career. So we want those professionals to be present at the gigs as well. So there is mostly ESNS is focused on the live music sector. But there are all different kinds of people. Also, media is present, politicians, people working in tech or science. And one project in particular I would like to mention is the European Talent Exchange, or ESNS Exchange. It consists of around 130 European festivals, such as Siget, Roskilde. We book the new acts, and they come to see the new acts at ESNS. And when they want to book one of the acts for their own festival, they get a discount. So it's a European project funded by the European Commission. So the act will get the same fee, but they will get a discount through the program. I think it's even the longest running program from the European Commission. It's very successful. So there's a lot of festivals bookers as well. Yeah, a lot of networking going on. And of course, we call these people the delegates, the music industry professionals that also buy conference registrations. Most of them visit the conference as well, or are sometimes speakers at the conference. So that's what I do. I am part of the booking team, but I do not book the acts. I book speakers and I think of topics, and I am coordinating the conference team. We're 5 people. I mostly focus, or I'm responsible for the international part of the conference, and also the more social topics. So diversity and inclusion, mental health, social safety. I don't do this alone, of course. We have a lot of partners, a lot of other organizations who help us with relevant topics, things they are working on, or they're curious or struggling with. So we work with the European export offices, organizations, umbrella organizations like Europe for the festivals, EMI for the export offices. We are in contact with MMF, IMMF, EMMA for the management side. So all these people will get input to us, and then we decide how to make the program. So we have, of course, the time schedule to see what fits, but also our own ideas. So it's basically a lot of trend watching as well, and doing research, getting all the ideas together, and making a program that makes sense and that's relevant, and that has the right topics to discuss and look at the future as well. Yeah, that's basically what I do. One thing I would like to mention as well is I'm also part of the internal working group of diversity and inclusion with ESNS, and together we try to make the festival, the event, more diverse, inclusive. And I think for myself, that means that I want everyone to feel involved, not just like you're invited to someone else's party, but it's your party. It should be everyone's party. Not only a party, of course, but also event and business. So it's important for me. That means programming topics that are in relation to this. So, for instance, last edition, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but ESNS is in January, so we just finished evaluating the latest edition. Last edition, for instance, there were a lot of panel talks on diversity and inclusion, on mental health. I did a session about networking for introverts, about substance abuse. We did a bystander training, for instance. And also, to put our money where our mouth is, we implement those things in our organization ourselves. So we have things like sign language interpreters for those who need it, a silence room, a breastfeeding area, a mental health help desk where people can make appointments one-on-one to just talk about personal stuff. Also, within the sessions and panels I organize, I want to include, I want to feel everyone that they can feel included. So, which I sometimes struggle with, to be honest, because it's not making my job easier. But I know I've been to a couple of talks as a speaker myself at other conferences, and I feel if I'm, for instance, the only woman and there are 5 other men in a panel, I feel slightly less secure. So I want to feel everyone to feel as secure as I can be, and to feel represented, of course. So I will try to add people from different ethnic backgrounds, different genders, different abilities, which is, I'm really happy that we, as a team as well, make the effort to make the music sector, music industry a bit, better, healthier, just like my motto, basically, healthier, better, more sustainable. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I think that's most of my story. It's only been 20 minutes, but